Hello and welcome to another Arabic Gamers TV show production thing. Today we're playing Destiny. You can see here we're playing through the beta, so we've got our Warlock, our Titan and our Hunter classes, 3 classes that you can choose from the final game. Like with most games of this kind of generation now, you are able to do some customization, which we're looking at here. Obviously you've got your race, your gender, and we're going to go for an option here in a minute, but I just thought I'd show you that you've got your male and your female of human, awaken and exo. You can play any class in any race for any class, and all the options are the same, so you can customize your face, and skin color, lip color, eye color, all that kind of stuff, all the good stuff, and hair obviously. It's not hugely customizable at the beginning, but as you play through the game you will get more stuff unlocked for your character, which you can then use things like markings, which are specific facial markings, which you can see there on the brow, the nose, and just under the eye. I've just fast forwarded a little bit because I thought we could just sort of get on and get into the game, which I think would be more exciting to watch than me setting up my character. So I've just gone for a very easy character setup here. I've decided to play as a Hunter class, which I've done, but I have changed from human to exo, so you can see here that I am now an exo. On the D-pad, this is quite fun. On the D-pad, you can dance by pressing right, and if you press up or left is to point, up is to say hello, and down is to also sit down. You can see Rich there, Red Rice Man 82 and Web X360A. They're part of my fire team. Now in this beta version, which we're playing on the Xbox One by the way, and we did play on the PlayStation 4, we just found that actually on the PlayStation 4 it didn't look as nice weirdly as it does on the Xbox One. It looks gorgeous on the Xbox One. So yeah, we are in a fire team. The fire team of 3 of us. It's a minimum of, or a maximum of 3 on the beta, so you won't see any more people. You'll
Welcome
just see
back,
us 3 in our fire team. Having said that though, the world is open to everybody else, so you will see other fire teams running around. We're in the hub now. The hub is the area where you saw us upstairs. It's kind of like your home base. This is where you can pick up missions, bounties. You can also go see your Vanguard, who is your protector of your class, and they will offer you, as you can see here, some upgraded equipment in the shape of what's the word I'm looking for? In the shape of armor. And you can see down at the bottom as well, you've got emblems dotted around the tower, which is kind of this city in the sky. And here's the gunsmith now, who'll obviously sell you arms. You'll be able to go to your spaceship garage, where you'll be able to upgrade your spaceship. I'm not really sure how that works yet, because we didn't really know what the spaceship does at this stage. It might allow you to explore further into the galaxy, or even further than the galaxy. You've got your post there on the left that we've just run past, and you've got a various load of other stuff where you can trade in emblems and other bits and pieces to unlock and craft equipment, be it armor or weapons. Now here's really interesting. This is called the Iron Banner. Now the Iron Banner by Lord Salahuddin or Saladin. This was closed in the PS4 beta, and it was closed actually for a time in the Xbox beta as well. However, it was open when we came in. We weren't leveled up enough. You can probably see we're level 6s, level 5s and 6s, and this guy is like level uber million. So we thought we'd go off and do it. I'm a level 6 gunslinger, and you can see my defense isn't particularly high. I'm just going to upgrade some of my weapons here. And this is how you upgrade your armor and your weapons. You get these upgradable unlocks in your tree specific to your either your armor or your weapon, and you're able then to go in and go, actually crowd control, get bonus damage for short time. Yep, I'll have that, thank you very much. Click, and then that becomes part of your weapon system. You can unclick them at any time as well, so I think you can only have 2 or 3 per weapon depending on the weapon that you have. Obviously the green weapons are better weapons, the white weapons are just standard attack weapons. You can see my defense is 104, and this guy's defense is ridiculously high. His attack is 3 times, just over 3 times as much as my defense, so a third of his bullet would kill me. But you can see this is Salahuddin. I thought it was interesting to show because Salahuddin, obviously being Arabic, is a good one to demonstrate. We don't really know what goes on behind the Iron Banner. We'll obviously get more details of that as and when we figure it out. Yeah, so that's it. Here, very quickly, you can see the map. This is the Earth map. You quickly see the tower at the top and the moon on the left when we come out of this in a second. Those are the explorable areas on the beta. And on the right, there was the multiplayer stuff, which is quite good fun. Although, to be honest with you, I found the kind of the team deathmatch type games in this game weren't as good as I thought they would be. In fact, the fire team single playing campaign, just shooting some of these guys in the face, is actually a lot more fun with your fire team, and especially if you come across other people in the world, which is great fun. Public events, which I'm afraid we don't have anything to show you. I mean, I thought I'd got some public event stuff, but we hadn't captured it, unfortunately. But it's when you and other fire teams get together to defeat the AR form, and that's amazing. I mean, you just swarm. But at the moment here, we're just kind of pushing through one of the levels, and you can see they're level 8. I'm in level 6. I think Dan's a level 8. Rich, who's also level 6, or he's 5. There he is. He's just popped up. So we're having a bit of trouble kind of dealing with something, and that's a really key thing in this. What's really interesting is even if it's 1 or 2 levels between you and the enemy, it really does make a difference. It really does make it very difficult. As you can see, I've just been dropped there because your armor isn't up to scratch, your weapons aren't up to scratch. You might have some stuff in your inventory that you can use, but you can't use it till you reach a certain level. So the advice is here is if you come across a group of enemies that are 3 or 4 levels higher and don't have the relevant weapons to deal with them, just run away. Just keep going on to your objective. And on the objective, you can see that it's the it's the white arrow on the top on the minimap there, which is what we're trying to aim for. But we're just trying to clear this area out a little bit. We've got the distraction. Dan's coming now, so he's there. Rich is there as well. So I just threw a knife. That's my right bumper skill, and the right bumper skill obviously varies for each person. So for me, I throw a knife. I can't quite remember actually, but we'll have a full preview of this, and you can get more information on that as it happens. Now, look, this is what I was telling you before. So those guys that were there, those enemies, didn't really clock me. So I've just moved on because I want to move on to the objective to move on. Rich is there as well. So we can move on down here and start to find people. You'll find that the enemies within the game, the AI within the game of the different races will be fighting each other, so you can actually just bypass them. I'm using here a semi-automatic rifle. Rich has just died, and he's just alerted now the guys that we just left past, and you can see now they're going crazy, and I'm probably going to die. So you can see the amount of damage that we're taking, just from a couple of shots, which is not fun. But I've got an awesome sniper rifle, and if I can get my sniper rifle out, which I just did, it'll do a huge amount of damage. And you can see that knight is level 9, and he's taking off almost just a third of his health just by shooting him once in the face with that sniper rifle. What is another thing that's quite interesting actually is that you've got this supercharge, which is, there you go, it's just come up now. It's a little bar on the bottom just above your weapons. It's a yellow bar. This allows you to have superpowers. So for my class at the moment, this is a gunslinger. 3 shots of pure power. You can see the knight hadn't blocked me, but that would have been quite good. And they just kind of rip through anything. For the warlock, he throws this grenade that just does this incredible amount of, I think it's electrified damage, which is quite cool. And for the Titan, the soldier, he does this kind of jump and double slam, so it's like a ground slam, and it just causes havoc, clears the area. You can see here that it's actually very Halo. You can tell that the game doesn't very Halo. In Borderlands, I don't know how much variation there are on weapons, as opposed to the characters as well. I mean, Borderlands was extremely customizable for weapons and different classes of weapons, different manufacturers of weapons, different objectives for goes his head for weapons as well, which is quite interesting. And actually, that knife that I threw, or the gunslinger thing that I've just done, which I showed you, is effectively the same kind of phase walking for Borderlands. If you played phase walker, if you played Mordecai, you've got Bloodwind, your special weapons, is effectively akin to that. I don't know how far or how well you can kind of continue progressing through your special weapons in Destiny. I don't know if it has the same depth. Weapons certainly don't have the same depth. A lot of weapons, but I don't know if it's equal to Borderlands. But it's a Halo-esque Borderlands, and it's quite fun.
The way out
especially when you're in. I mean, one of the great things about this is kind of being able to play with the fire team and running around and doing stuff together and seeing other fire teams in the place. Now we're going to see the Ghost here now, who's got to just quickly check this. Now the Ghost that you've just seen there, the scanning this area, you'll get to know the Ghost right at the very beginning, and you'll know more about the Ghost and what it does. But it's basically, effectively, your soul in the game. And here we are doing a bit of a victory dance together. Which is quite cool, and obviously each class has a different dance, and each race has a different dance as well. This is the last section really of our quick kind of look at Destiny from the beta. This is a boss, obviously. There's a captain, and the captain is just as bad as the other guy that we were fighting. Sorry, I'm just trying to focus here and figure out where the captain's gone. So yeah, you've got the captain there. He's more powerful than the knight, which we were trying to shoot before, which you may have clocked. And obviously this guy disappears, so we've knocked a little bit of his health down, which is all good. But our focus is also to make sure that the Deathwalker, once we see if we can get this guy, we go with him. The Deathwalker out there, that's what you need to get. Now the idea with this guy is to shoot his legs on the yellow bits, to kind of bring him down to his knees. His neck becomes then exposed, his neck becomes exposed and you can get more damage for his exposed neck. He also releases those little shanks, which you can probably see there. Oh, here we go. Oh shit. And what we've done here is we just fast forward a little bit. We can see that if you shoot at the leg, outside of the leg, you're not going to get much. But if you shoot the yellow bits, you can see again, obviously I'm not getting a huge amount of damage because my weapon is not fantastic. But it is doing some damage. Those shanks there that I'm shooting at now, those are spawned by that devil. And obviously, you know, he's going to continue to try to cause damage by releasing distraction enemies like that. You see now that he's down, you can't quite see, but his neck's just exposed to the left. You can see I'm only doing 14 damage by hitting the window. If I hit him there, I'm getting 159 damage. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you've got a weapon like mine, 105 damage is pretty impressive. So here we've got these guys here as well. They've just killed down. Now we'll go with Rich here. This is just another way in. We're still fighting the devil. You can see we've just taken quite a lot of his. A lot of him is gone. We've got a variety of weapons. Dan's. We've tried pinching him. You can probably see the revive. So when we go revive that, cut across this guy. This is the last thing. So there's a limited respawn. I forgot to mention this. When you come into these big boss battles, you can't immediately respawn. You've got about 30 seconds to wait before you can respawn. And obviously, if you all die, which as with most games, if you all die without one of you being alive, then you have to start the whole thing from scratch. Which you really don't want to do. You've invested at least you've invested 40 minutes to an hour just knocking down this enemy. So these are like you know, they're kind of like dungeon raids, but they form part of the main missions. And actually, they're quite good because they break up the monotony, if you like, of just going around exploring, you know, shooting a group of enemies that come out of nowhere. It's quite good to have a bit of a boss battle. So all that's left for me to say is that's our Destiny preview. Just a very quick look. Obviously you can check this out in Arabic as well. The voiceover is done in Arabic, arabicgamers.com. And I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.